So in front of me is this really awesome book with these giant illustrations of stars in it. And this is actually a star atlas that was created in 1674 by a French scientific author by the name of Ignace Gaston Pardiès. And we don't know too much about him, but he was a Catholic priest. He was a scientist, a mathematician, an astronomer, and he published many scientific works in 17th century France. In this book, essentially, we see large swaths of the sky. And what this is in reality is a larger picture of what was smaller fragments, more focused fragments of illustrations in previous works that were completed throughout the 17th and the 16th century. So just to show you a few constellations in this beautiful book here that you may be familiar with, and a few that were very common to use in navigation at the time. First, we have Ursa Minor. This is also known as La Petite Ours in French. And at the end of his little tail there, it's a bear. We also call this a little dipper in English. But at the end of his little tail there, we see the North Star, l'étoile polaire en français, which was used as a sort of compass in order for you to navigate north if you needed to. Just flipping this very carefully. So next we have the constellation of Orion, which was used in conjunction with Polaris, the North Star, in order to navigate at night at this time. And the constellation of Orion is most easily spotted by his belt. We see the three little stars right there in the middle of the page here. And this is a very interesting moment when astronomy actually reflects mythology and vice versa. And we see Scorpio here with Antares at the center, which is its brightest star. These two constellations were used as a sort of compass because they oppose each other in the sky. If you see one on one side of the sky, you will see one on the other side. And essentially what this would allow navigators to do is kind of build a compass with Polaris in order to navigate. So if we have north, we have east and west potentially now as well, and we can form a whole entire compass out of that, out of the night sky essentially. So in the myth, what happens is it is stated that Orion is fleeing the Scorpion, therefore they are found on opposite ends of the sky. So we have a very interesting moment again where we see myth reflect science and to explain natural phenomena.